Hello everyone, this video is about the top 10 greatest mathematicians of all time. So without any further ado, let's check it out. Number 10. Pierre de Fermat. Fermat was a 17th century French mathematician. Fermat made contributions in many areas of mathematics such as probability theory, analytical geometry, optics, and infinitesimal calculus. He was the founder of modern number theory, and this was where a lot of his work was concentrated. For instance, Fermat discovered numbers of the form f of n equals 2 to the power 2 to the power n plus 1. These numbers are called Fermat's numbers, and when Fermat's number is prime, it is called a Fermat prime. Of all of Fermat's mathematical contributions, he is best known for Fermat's little theorem and Fermat's last theorem. Number 9. Gottfried Wilhelm von Leibniz. He was a German mathematician, philosopher, scientist, and diplomat. As a mathematician, his greatest achievement was the development of differential and integral calculus independently from Sir Isaac Newton during the same time. His contributions to the field of mathematics include the development of linear systems, geometry, calculus, and topology. Number 8. Sir Isaac Newton. Newton needs no introduction. He is widely regarded as the most influential scientist of all time. His book, Principia Mathematica, was considered the most valuable scientific book for centuries. Newton's accomplishments in mathematics include the invention of calculus independently from Leibniz and the generalization of the binomial theorem for any exponent. He discovered Newton's identities, Newton's method, and classified cubic plane curves and made substantial contributions to the theory of finite differences. Number 7. René Descartes. Descartes was a French mathematician and philosopher. He invented the Cartesian coordinate system, which forms the foundation of analytic geometry. Analytic geometry, also known as Cartesian geometry after René Descartes, is the study of geometry using the Cartesian coordinate system. It allows for the first time the conversion of geometry into algebra and vice versa. Apart from analytic geometry, Descartes developed his rule of signs, a technique for determining the number of positive or negative real roots of a polynomial. Number 6. Euclid. Euclid was a Greek mathematician often referred to as the founder of geometry. His Elements is one of the most influential works in the history of mathematics, serving as the main textbook for teaching mathematics, especially geometry, from the time of its publication until late 19th or early 20th century. In the Elements, Euclid deduced the theorems of what is now called Euclidean geometry from a small set of axioms. Euclid also wrote works on perspectives, conic sections, spherical geometry, number theory, and mathematical rigor. Number 5. Srinivas Ramanujan. Srinivas Ramanujan was one of India's greatest mathematical geniuses. He made substantial contributions to the analytical theory of numbers and worked on elliptical functions, continued fractions, and infinite series. He worked out the Riemann series, the elliptical integrals, hypergeometric series, the functional equations of the zeta function, and his own theory of divergence series, in which he found a value for the sum of such series using a technique he invented that came to be called Ramanujan's summation. Ramanujan compiled around 3,900 results consisting of equations and identities. One of his most treasured findings was his infinite series for pi. Number 4. Archimedes. Archimedes was a Greek mathematician, physicist, engineer, astronomer, and inventor. He is considered to be the greatest mathematician of ancient history and one of the greatest of all time. Archimedes anticipated modern calculus and analysis by applying the concept of infinitely small and the method of exhaustion to derive and rigorously prove a range of geometrical theorems, including the area of a circle, the surface area and volume of a sphere, the area of an ellipse, the area under a parabola, the volume of a segment of a paraboloid of revolution, the volume of a segment of a hyperboloid of revolution, and the area of a spiral. His other mathematical achievements include deriving an accurate approximation of pi. Number 3. George Friedrich Bernard Riemann. Born to a poor family in 1826, Bernard Riemann would rise to become one of the world's most prominent mathematicians in the 19th century. The list of contributions to geometry are large, and he has a wide range of theorems bearing his name. To name just a few: Riemann geometry, Riemann surfaces, and the Riemann integral. However, he is perhaps most famous for his legendary difficult Riemann hypothesis, an extremely complex problem on the matter of the distributions of prime numbers, largely ignored for the first 50 years following its appearances. Due to a few other mathematicians actually understanding his work at the time, it has quickly risen to become one of the greatest open questions in modern science, baffling and confounding even the greatest mathematicians. Although progress has been made, it has been incredibly slow. Number 2. Carl Friedrich Gauss. Carl Friedrich Gauss was perhaps the most influential mathematician since the ancient Greeks. Known as the Prince of Mathematics, his contributions in various fields of mathematics and physics are almost second to none. Gauss started showing signs of brilliance at an early age of 7, when his primary school maths teacher had asked the class to add up the numbers from 1 to 100. Gauss was able to give the correct answer in a matter of seconds. Furthermore, after graduating in 1798, at the age of 22, he made several important contributions in major areas of mathematics, most notably in number theory, especially on prime numbers. He went on to prove the fundamental theorem of algebra and introduce Gaussian gravitational constant in physics, as well as much more. All this before he was 24. He was a perfectionist. He didn't publish much of his work, preferring to rework and improve theorems first. His revolutionary discovery of non-Euclidean space, that is mathematically consistent that parallel lines may diverge, was found in his notes after his death. Here is a list of his accomplishments in algebra, geometry, number theory, calculus, statistics, knot theory, and other mathematical areas. Number 1. Leonhard Euler. If Gauss is the prince, Euler is the king. Living from 1707 to 1783, he is regarded as the greatest mathematician to have ever walked this planet. It is said that all mathematical formulas are named after the second person after Euler to discover them. In his day, he was groundbreaking and on par with Albert Einstein in terms of genius. His primary contributions to the field is with the introduction of mathematical notation, including the concept of a function and how it is written as f of x, and shorthand notation for trigonometric functions, the e for the base of the natural logarithm known as Euler's constant, the Greek letter sigma for summation, and the letter I for the imaginary number the root of -1, as well as the symbol pi for the ratio of a circle's circumference to its diameter. Euler worked in almost all areas of mathematics such as geometry, infinitesimal calculus, trigonometry, algebra, number theory, as well as continuum physics, lunar theory, and other areas of physics. Before we conclude this video, here are a few honorable mentions. So that concludes this whole video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please consider giving the video a like and do drop your comments below, and please consider subscribing to this channel and do check my other channel in the description below. Thank you all for watching and see you soon, and have an excellent rest of your day. Goodbye.